I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a prayer. I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists, damn right, it's true.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Shelly, your mouthy mama talking trash and truths. And this is Coffee and Chaos with T3. It is not Monday. Monday was Labor Day. And I didn't have a show because I stayed up talking. We had chill Sunday night. It was just supposed to be a couple of us. And it was in an impromptu stream that I decided to do. And I just threw out like 2 or 3 links. And suddenly I had 10 people. And I had people that were waiting backstage. It was so much fun. It was me winning, Shizzy, MG Law, Caitlin Comments, Danielle, who else was there? T Rex, Outpost Nerd. Who else am I forgetting? I'm forgetting somebody. Who the hell else am I forgetting? Jessica Reloaded was there. Texas Jen joined us later off camera, like off screen. I can't remember. There's somebody else. Damn it. Why can't I remember? Anyway, we had a freaking blitz. I already said Valhalla. There you go. Of course, I forgot Valhalla was his first time on my channel. So, yeah, we had Jessica Reloaded. We had Valhalla Awaits. We had fantastic chats going. I let everybody stream to their own channel, and the ones that I saw, everybody had like over 100 views apiece. Those with the smaller channels still got like between 50 and 60 views apiece. So I'm just hoping they got some subs from that. If you can't, I can't talk today. If you can, go over and have a look at the description for Sunday night's chill stream, and you'll find all the links for the people on panel in the description. If you'd click on those and hit subscribe because it's free and they need support, I'd much appreciate it. If you want to watch the show, that's great. We had a great time. We had fun. We were bullshitting about everything. It was so much fun. And then we stayed talking to each other backstage for like, I don't know, 5-6 hours. So yeah, I wasn't going to do the show that morning. Not on no sleep. I was done. And then I did a stream on winnings Monday night. So if you want to check that out, that was a lot of fun. People were really into it. It was a documentary, an old documentary that said something like freedom to fascism. And it had to do with the Federal Reserve and how, our money is made and what it's worth and the things that the IRS does. It's a very big documentary on the IRS and what it was before. Surprisingly, a lot of the things in this video where they're saying this could happen and this could, they're happening now. They're happening now. And the documentary was made more than 20 years ago, talking about things going all the way back to like 1912. I mean, you really should see it. I sat there just like completely dumbfounded because half the things that they told me, I didn't know. I didn't know any of it. Some of it I'd heard, but I wasn't sure about. But then watching, I was just like, I kept stopping and going, I got a question. I got a question. I got another question. I got another question. We had great chat turnout. Chat was very, very good on participating. They had a lot of good questions, a lot of good comments. Some people knew like a lot about what goes on with the IRS and everything else. So it's just a really good documentary. I strongly suggest it. I learned so much. And it was such a hit that Winning asked the chat if we should do this weekly. So if you check out Winning's schedule for the week, he always does it as a short. And you really should, because it's got amazing music. It's got Grimmy's music on it. Grimbar. Good morning, Amelia. I'm going to get to chat in 1 second. I know I'm behind. I know. Just haul me out and, whip me with a bootstrap or something. I don't know. I might like that. You never know with me. But no, the documentary was such a, like, hey, everybody stayed. I mean, we had really good numbers. Well, he had really good numbers. And he asked if it should be a regular thing, and they voted yes. 75%, I believe, voted yes, or was it higher than that? We only had one no. So, I mean, it was a really good one. So, we will be on, I believe, Monday nights. I don't know what time, because when you talk to Winning, he thinks he tells me things, and he speaks like I text. I text it all out and forget to hit send, or I make the text up in my head. I can see myself doing the text in my head, and I don't send it. He thinks he tells me things, and he doesn't. Plus, I got that nice brain thing going on. So, anyway, so that's going to be a weekly thing for him and I. So, we'll be doing that on his channel. Usually, we do like end of the week or living well on the other person's channel. So, I think that Sunday tradition will keep up. We'll see. Yes, I'm very sassy this morning. Thank you for asking or noticing or whatever it is you like to do. I don't know what it is, but I'd like to be under the sea and an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we've been in his octopus's garden in the shade. We would sing and dance around, knowing that we can't be found. What the hell are you putting in my chat? Hi, Inya. Hi, Rabbit. I hope you're feeling better, Rabbit. T-Rex, hello. I just don't understand. What the hell? Don't forget to subscribe to Shelly too, y'all. Yes, y'all, please subscribe to me, please. Next time, send me a link so I can post to everyone at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry. For what? Oh, because they were crazy? Rabbit, I did not expect that many people. I really didn't. I literally sent out links to Caitlin, Shizzy, and Caitlin, Shizzy, and Danielle. That was it. Then T-Rex wanted to come on. Then Outpost wanted to come on. Then MG Law was there. And they were sending things out to like Vices and everything. I was like, oh my God, are you crazy? Valhalla showed up. I was thrilled at that. And Winning, I don't have to send invitations to Winning. He has full access to my StreamYard. And he's a top mod like Rabbit on my YouTube. I have to make a phone call. I'll return shortly. All righty. Good morning, Amelia Sparkles. I love that name. Outpost Nerd, you forgot to even respond to. You forget to even respond. I know. Good day, Outpost Nerd. Wait till those kids get you. Yeah, no, yesterday I needed to decompress. I literally I worked on today's stream looking up stuff, and I found this one article that says 29 signs of a malignant narcissist. And I have been I've been avoiding a malignant narcissist who flies into chat and flies around and insists that I'm giving information on him when it's not me and it's not my friends. It was out there already. But if you want to continue to blame me, then you're going to have a problem. Rabbit, I get a link to post from next time I only have 4 devices. Yeah, I'll give you anything you want, Rabbit. Just tell me what kind of link you want. Um, what I do have is a Word document where I keep everybody's thing. Um, I keep all the links in there so that when Winning decides to be crazy and say, "Shall I catch it?" Sure. I'll just post all 19 of these freaking links that you have me searching for. Now I just put them all in a Word doc. I can't be bothered. I really can't. I'm like, bro, don't just drop a name and expect I know what the freaking video is. It's like, it's your channel, not mine. I barely know my freaking videos. Anyway, so let's see. I wanted to talk about malignant narcissists because they are very different from regular covert narcissists. They're very different from people who just have a couple narcissistic traits. And believe me, most of us have some type of narcissistic trait. I mean, you kind of have to. Otherwise, you wouldn't, have like that survival instinct. You wouldn't take care of yourself. If you didn't have some bit of narcissism to you. And remember, narcissism as a personality disorder is very different from just narcissism as a trait. Like if you have 1 or 2 traits, that does not make you a narcissist. It just means you have narcissistic traits. The same way a lot of people have manic traits, they have schizophrenic traits. But if you don't have like a certain amount of things on a checklist, you don't have that. And it's very easy to say you have different traits from different disorders because we're all different people. We all have trauma, we all have pasts. It affects you. But that doesn't mean you're a narcissist. Malignant narcissists are all the way on the end of the spectrum of narcissism. They're extremists. If you think about fundamentalists, that's what they are. You sent me a link while I was doing my show. I know. But you were doing your show, so I knew you weren't going to join right away. Amelia said, I'm interested in hearing the difference between malignant and usual narcissists. Okay. We'll definitely get into that. I have a whole list. We're going to read the article together and I'll comment on each one. Rabbit, I'm sorry. Crohn's reflared and my great granddaughter had a very large brain tumor found. Oh my God, Rabbit. Oh, Jesus Christ. Guys, I hope that you'll take this to heart and say a prayer for Rabbit's great granddaughter. Apparently, she has a very large brain tumor. So let's pray for the family, pray for her great granddaughter, and pray for Rabbit because, honey, I'm not blaming you. You were a rock star. I'm sorry that I put you through it. I couldn't even keep up with chat. It was like watching Ricada's chat. It was like, brrr. It was ridiculous. I was like, I can't even slow it down. Oh, we love you, Rabbit. I am so sorry. And never ever apologize to me. Shit, don't apologize to anybody. You're Rabbit, goddammit. Rabbits don't apologize. They poop on the floor where they want and they do what they want. But I know you're just tired and cranky. Honey, if I was there and I could hug you and let you cry it out, I would. I think you and I would have a great cry together. Because this world just fucking sucks sometimes. It really does. I am so sorry, Rabbit. I will say all my prayers and I'm going to light my St. Anne candle. She protects children. So we'll see how that goes. Make sure you keep us updated though. And remember that we love you. You could be as cranky with me as you want. You could be mean. I'm accused of being mean all the time. They can suck it. But you could be mean to me. It's fine. You could do whatever you want. You pretty much have carte blanche. I did that yesterday. I'm dehydrated. Crying doesn't dehydrate me. It makes me have to pee. Am I the only one that happens to? Amelia Sparkles. I just had to block my narcissistic father again yesterday. He's exhausting. Oh, believe me, I know. I know. My father was just as bad. And he loved to get at my mother through me. So the more he could hurt me, the more he hurt her. And that was fun for him. All right, so let me see. Remember, I suck at sharing this kind of stuff. Oh, yay. Okay. Share. And add to page. Okay. Can we do, yay. Okay. So I need to pop out chat. Let me see if I could do this. Can I do this here? Can I pop out? I can pop out chat. Look at that. I'm still going to screw it up. I know I am because I'm me. Because I suck at technology. All right. Let's try this. And just bear with me. Okay. So I think I can do that. What does that look like here? Hey, Caitlin. My mic keeps fading out. All right. I'm going to move the mic, put it directly in front of my face. Let's see how that works. It's very hard to read with it directly in front of my face. Let's see. My mic keeps fading. All right, let's see if this works. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. Are you me? Oh, Lord.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Ladies and gentlemen, winning reality.
I forgot to add myself. What's up?
Weren't you supposed to be sleeping?
What
happened?
Yeah, I couldn't really fall asleep, so I started listening to the show, and I heard you fading in and out. So I come in here to help.
Came in
Right
here
as
to
I-
yell at me about my audio.
I came in here to help. I was going to check your settings and stuff because I'm not going to be able to fall asleep to your voice if you're fading in and out.
All righty. Well, you know you're always welcome.
Yeah, I think automatically adjusting. You got everything checked here. Just turn you up. Okay, go ahead and talk. I'm just gonna sit
Go
here.
ahead and talk. You're just gonna sit there.
I think I'm gonna go backstage and I'll just let you. I'll do the show. But
No,
I just
stay.
Well, no,
Why would you leave?
Well, because I just came here to help make sure your bike was right because I wanted you to have a good show. But
Thank you very much. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it sounds much better. I was
better?
I was checking on my headset. I was just, my headset, is it me? Does anybody else notice this? And then right when I
No,
got
for
here, someone
Rabbit
said
to
something about
say
it,
it's
so go ahead.
that I'm fading in and out, it's me. Hi,
Cool.
Mimsy.
Hey, Mimsy.
Why
Hi,
don't you
Rabbit.
stay
Hi,
a while?
everybody. I'll stay for a minute. I was trying to go to sleep though, but I will. Hello, everybody.
All right,
How
you know what?
doing?
Everybody wish him sweet dreams. Maybe he'll go to sleep. Amelia said, "Oh my God, wow, you are me. You are me. That's what he does. Hurts me to hurt my mom and my brother that have nothing to do with him." Yeah, that's what they do. They use any tool available. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they step on. It's only their narrative that matters. Only their life that matters. As long as you're benefiting them, they keep you around. If they can upgrade, you're out the door and they'll destroy you. Absolutely try to destroy you. So you just don't let them. You don't engage. Thank you, Rabbit. I sound better. I'm going to have to keep my mouth like right on the microphone, which, whatever.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Shut up. Go to sleep.
All right, hey.
Go ahead. Go to sleep. I
Have
don't
a
want to
great
keep you
show.
up.
No, I'm gonna
Thank
listen.
you.
I'll be listening. I'll be lurking. I might throw a few
Oh, I'm
links up.
sure.
By the way,
Narcissism, I'm sure you're listening.
by the way, our new show is on Sunday at 7 p.m. and it's called
It's on
Old
Sunday?
School.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called Old School Old School Watch Party Sundays. Yeah, that's what's called.
There you
7
go.
p.m. And this week it's gonna be War. It's all about the media, mass media control and how they influence media. And I got a great article that just came out, actually great thing from Tucker Carlson that just came out, kind of confirming what he saw inside CNN, and it kind of goes with this. We're gonna do we're gonna do the documentary and some up to date stuff too on that. So it should be really good. Hope you guys will come hang out with us on Sunday. Enjoy the show, everybody. I'm out of here. Keep on winning.
Bye.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Sweet dreams, darling. All right, guys. Isn't he sweet? He's the sweetest. Now, going back in my chat because I missed a whole bunch. Mimsy, yes, good morning. Mimsy, I got your email and I said a prayer for you. I hope you feel better. I really do. I am sorry that happened to you. That is, wow. You just, girl, you are shit out of luck. No pun intended, but damn. Let me know if there's anything I could do. If you want to, get a tarot card reading, if you want to talk, whatever, just let me know. Outpost, you're up early. Who's up early? Oh, him? No, he hasn't been to bed yet. Well, he tried, but apparently that didn't work out too well. T-Rex, we know you're good at keeping your mouth in things. We know you're, not the right you're, good at keeping you, should have been your, and the correct one, mouth in things. All right, I let you screw up the Bee Gees song. And yes, there is the link to Sunday's Old School Watch Party. See, he forgets that I haven't slept yet either. And I'm going to claim brain deterioration. I am playing that card. I'm playing it. I don't care. That and the fact that I just had a whole lot going on last night when he was talking about it. And I was confused. Anyway, India Mers said, just give us a mouth hug, girl. T-Rex, all right, it's make fun of T-Rex day. I feel it. No, it's just your voice to text sucks. I do love you. I do. You know I do. All right, so let's take a look at this article. Now, just disregard all the extra crap. Let me know. Can you all see it? Yes, you can. I'll go back to this so that it's bigger. Hopefully that'll help you if you want to read along. All right. So, have you ever known a malignant narcissist? Now, this is 29 of the most blatant signs of a malignant narcissist. So, this isn't even the deep stuff. This is surface level. Like you could see this, no problem. No problem at all. Oh, good. There's my chat. Wait, live chat. There you go. Don't forget there's a poll up there. So the question for the poll is, have you had to deal with a narcissist in the past? Out of 9 votes, 8 of you apparently have, and 1 is not really sure. Pretty much if you're not really sure, you probably did. Malignant narcissists are very hard to pin down sometimes because they can get really good at covering for themselves and wearing a mask. Again, no pun intended. Although it's ironic. Covert ones are the ones that are very, very hard to spot. They're very hard to rabbit. Oh my God. She said, we all know Shelly T3 likes both. Rabbit. Oh my goodness. You're not wrong, no. You're not wrong. I just don't like the made of metal. All right. So winning. Have you ever known a malignant narcissist? You may not know the term, but if you've encountered one, you'll never forget this toxic personality. Like all personality disorders, narcissism lies on a spectrum with various degrees of intensity and dimensions. While some narcissistic traits are commonly seen in adolescence, you've all seen that. This doesn't necessarily indicate that that individual will end up meeting the criteria for the disorder as an adult. Teenagers can be assholes, but they can grow out of it. Just make sure you keep an eye on it. And you might want to address it when you see the different things that they do so that they don't turn out like that. Rabbit, you're going to have winning in there just throwing up links until he can fall asleep, until he's happy. However, of those who do develop a narcissistic personality disorder, now that's the personality disorder, some lie on the far and most dangerous side of the spectrum, which classifies them as malignant narcissists. A malignant narcissist, what is a malignant narcissist? I can't read today. Malignant narcissism is a mix of personality disorders that are diagnosable and can be co-occurring, resulting in an extreme form of narcissistic personality disorder, which means that the malignant narcissist will have many of the very extreme traits happening at the same time. And when we go through them, you'll see them. The essential feature of narcissism is a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, which is an extreme sense of superiority, a need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. However, malignant narcissism includes a bit more than that. Psychologists believe that it's a syndrome characterized by the presence of the diagnostic characteristics of narcissism, as well as some traits of antisocial personality disorder, paranoid trends, and egocentric aggression. That's what makes these dangerous. They can get very physically violent. This is not somebody who's just into manipulating feelings. This is somebody who's going to get what they want by hook or by crook, no matter what. They don't care who they hurt. What's the difference between malignant narcissism and just plain old narcissism? This one, I believe, I want to say Amelia. You're new and I'm terrible with names, but I will get it. Wait, I got to find you. Amelia. Yeah, I was right. Yay. Okay. So here's the difference between malignant narcissism and regular narcissism. The main difference between the two disorders is that malignant narcissism is not a diagnostic term. These most severe cases of pathological narcissism, and pathological means repetitive, repeated, cannot be avoided. It's almost compulsory and part of their just very nature to do that, are very difficult to treat. A person with malignant narcissism has the potential to ruin families, communities, and professional work environments, and are extremely dangerous to have in your life. Yep, you listen, girly. We'll get to it. We'll get through all of it. If you cannot get away from a narcissist because they're your spouse, boss, etc., then it's important to realize that attacking back will only feed the narcissism, which can put you in an even tougher situation. That's why you go no contact. You slam the door, you cut the ties, you put cotton in your ears and la 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 la. You let them talk as much shit as they want. You let them lie about you. You let whatever. Because eventually they're the ones that get exposed and you just move on with your life. These are people who cannot let go. They just can't. They can't allow anybody to, quote unquote, win but them. And in the end, they wind up losing because they're just not decent human beings. If you can't get away from the narcissist, blah, 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 even tougher situation. How do you know if you have a malignant narcissist in your life? Let's review some clear traits of malignant narcissistic behavior. Now, while having one or two of these characteristics does not automatically categorize someone as being part of this population, Knowing the signs will help you understand the disorder. Knowing the signs will help you get away from somebody who is not good for you. When you're in a situation, you don't always see it as toxic. When you meet somebody who's all happy and smiling, and I just love everybody, I'm all about the love, and they're not, because if you challenge even one thing, they become unbelievably unhinged and go around and spread lies and whatever. And then, oh, not me. Look at me. I'm just like a hero. Sure. You're a hero. Everybody's a hero. Yep. I'm going to try to breathe through my aggravation. 29 of the most blatant signs of a malignant narcissism. One is the sense of entitlement. It's normal for everyone to feel a bit entitled during certain times in their lives, such as birthdays or personal celebrations of some sort. But a malignant narcissist feels this sense of entitlement every day. A malignant narcissist has constant, unreasonable expectations of favorable treatment. They also feel entitled enough that they believe other people should automatically comply with their expectations. Rabbit, you are not a narcissist. You are the sweetest, most empathetic person I've ever freaking met. Stop it. Jacob, what's up, Savage? Jacob Peel showing up or what? Because I know when you come in, he follows like right behind you. So I expect him any minute. All right. This means that while it may be your birthday, the malignant narcissist feels that they deserve a gift more than you do. I mean, these are people who you're like, oh, it's Christmas. We're going here. We're going there. Everybody gets one present. Why don't I get two? Why did I have to buy a present for somebody? I didn't buy a present for somebody. Can I borrow your present? Can I get, like, they don't care about anything. They're like, well, I didn't buy it. I don't care. Where's my present? Where's my present? On somebody's birthday, they're the one that has the dramatic, like, oh my God, my life is so, everybody's got to pay attention to them. Like, they just feel entitled to be given things. They don't have to work for them. They're just given them. And they believe that it's your job, my job, everybody's job in this world to provide them with the things they want. Risk-free and effort-free. And if you go broke doing it, on you. They don't care. 2, an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Having confidence is great, but narcissists display an immeasurable amount of confidence and expect to be recognized as being superior people, even if they lack the corresponding achievements. It's like saying you won an award for a movie you were never in, or you got a trophy for a sport that you never played, or I don't know, you saved the kitten from a tree when it didn't really happen. Like anything like that. But they want recognition. They want, oh, I was here. Well, what did you do? Nothing, but I was here. Like their mere presence is, praiseworthy. It's ridiculous. A malignant narcissist will often exaggerate or lie about their past accomplishments and talents in order to gain a sense of recognition. However, they lack the innate sense of right and wrong to ever come clean to the people they deceive. Telling big fish tales. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You could call them fish tales. I could call them a lot of things. Big, long tales. Tales that are hard to swallow. They leave a funny taste in your mouth. So anyway, they lack the innate sense of right and wrong to ever come clean, which means these people are never going to tell you, oh, yeah, no, I lied about that. Oh, no, that wasn't true. They will stick to the lie. Y'all remember Amber Heard? She is the poster girl for malignant narcissists. I'm pretty sure she hits on every single one of these characteristics, and some they don't mention. T-Rex, I think I have whatever the polar opposite of malignant narcissism. I don't know what it is, but I guess we can look it up together later. We'll see if we find out, you dopey. That's called dentures that leaves a bad taste. Make sure to wash your dentures. That's why Clark Gable had bad breath. It wasn't just halitosis. He didn't clean his dentures. And so every woman that had to work with him was like, "Ugh," like ready to die. And yet still the man was gorgeous. Ah, da, da, da. If you've ever dealt with a malignant narcissist, you could literally show them proof that they lied. You could have it on video. You could have it on a piece of paper. Anywhere. It doesn't really matter. They will never accept that that's the truth. They will stick to their lie. They will stick to their narrative no matter what. Winning said it would be healthy empathy, T-Rex. So see, you're the opposite. You have healthy empathy. They have zero empathy. Preoccupation with fantasies of power. Narcissists are constantly thinking about their power. Dun, da, da, da. Success, brilliance, and beauty. This gives them a tendency to seek out leadership or high profile positions or careers. It's always important to know your position at your job. Because of their need to be the center of attention in a working group or social situation, when they are not in this position, they spend time fantasizing about it and planning ways that they can get there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If they can't get to it and can't do it right now, they will work it out in their head. They will plan it. They will double plan it. They will triple plan it. They will figure out every angle they can come from just so they get what they want. And nothing, no person, no moral, no principle, no law is going to stop them. These are people who get what they want no matter what. I'm not talking about your dime store narcissist that plays little manipulation games. Oh, she said this about me, or oh, he said that about me. No, not that. That's just your standard dime store piece of shit narcissist with an inferiority complex. It's fine. They're not worth anything anyway. This is the type of narcissist that will put you in the ground. They will drive you insane. They will drive you to bankruptcy. They'll put you in jail for things you've never done. Again, Amber Heard, Amber Turd, whatever the fuck you want to call her. Grandiosity. A person who is grandiose believes that he or she is so unique that they can't be understood by anyone who is not at their top level status. So these are the type of people who, no matter what they do, they talk down to you. They treat you like you're just like this little kid. Amelia, these are also spot on for my father so far. It's amazing. I know. Believe me, we went through this stuff before, and I was like, yes. Mimsy, yep. Get away. Let them lie about you, or they'll put you in the ground. Girl, you know it. Yes, Amber Heard is a covert. This is where Winning and I fight. We just got to see behind the mask where they're all malignant. Coverts generally target one for direct abuse and others for enablement. Malignants target whoever, whenever. Yes, I stand corrected. Good morning, Booba. Hi. Everybody, Sabrina, my Booba is here. Sabrina meet Winning. Winning meet Sabrina. Yes, she was a covert. But again, a lot of these traits she had. She did have that. She had the whole talking down to people. We just didn't get to see it unless somebody, posted it. Those tapes were very eye-opening. Very eye-opening. Because she tried so hard to play it off like she was this innocent victim and he was a monster. And then you hear her and you're like, damn, girl. Like, I don't talk to my enemies like that. Why would you do that? But yeah, she is covert because she's undercover about it. A malignant narcissist doesn't give a shit really who sees it. Because the opinions of other people don't bother them. They don't care at all. They have an unrealistic sense of superiority, believe they are better than everyone else, and look upon other inferior people with contempt. See, Sabrina, they all say hello to you. Remember, call her Boobah, Boobah. They adopt the stance that I am everything and you are nothing. I have everything and you have nothing. They always have to have the upper hand. These are like one uppers, only they're like 10 uppers. Like if you say, oh, yeah, I just won a scratch off, I won $2. Oh, I won $2,000. Somebody got me the lottery ticket. And oh, don't you know it was a winner? Like they just, Sabrina, are you a teenage witch? Sabrina is a little shorter than you, but she'll kick your ass, Outpost. Just saying. Just saying. She is me, but like 5 inches shorter. I think you're like 5 inches shorter. You're tiny, girl. Very tiny. I mean, I'm short, but damn. Yes, malignant narcissists are the captains of narcissism. Thank you, Winning. Alrighty. They also believe they should only associate with high status people or institutions. They only want to be associated with other people who are perceived as being successful, rich, and beautiful. Finally, they help themselves to special privileges or resources that are not theirs because they believe they deserve them due to their superiority. So it's like somebody who's bragging all the time that I have this and I have that. You don't have that. You probably do this for a living. I don't care what you do for a living, everybody out there. As long as you're working and supporting yourself or your family, it's a noble thing to do to work. Good for you. Good for, like stepping up to your responsibilities. For people who like to put other people down for their jobs, fuck you. That's all I got to say. 5 is paranoia. Paranoia can be described as feeling excessive suspicion without any justification. You've met people like this who are just like, oh my God, she wants to take everything from me. How do you know? I just know. But did she change her attitude to you? No, but I can feel it. I have they have special powers that they can feel paranoia. People with paranoia may also believe that other people are plotting against them or overanalyze everything that other people say. They often are quick to criticize others, but certainly are not open to criticism themselves. If you want to piss off a malignant narcissist, yeah, critique them. Say something. Rabbit said my boobs went flat years ago. Okie dokie. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, Sabrina, if you're leaving, just have a good day, honey. Don't kill any kids. Good luck at school. I don't know why Anya's being suppressed, but just allow whatever she says. I was talking about Booba. I know, my fault. People with paranoia may believe other people are plotting against them or overanalyze everything other people say. They often are quick to criticize others, but certainly not open to criticism themselves. We all feel a bit of this at times, but someone who is truly paranoid actually loses touch with reality. For example, let's say you're walking through a crowded coffee shop and somebody accidentally bumps into you. You probably acknowledge the mistake with the other person and move on. However, people suffering from paranoia may believe that this person was intentionally trying to cause them harm, perhaps steal their money, or was specifically targeting them for some reason. Malignant narcissists are especially paranoid that other people may be trying to take their power away. Critique them. No, you're asking for it if you do. Oh yeah, Mims. I know. All you have to say is, oh, maybe you could, and right away you're like the enemy. Oh my goodness. You're stupid, you're this, you're that. It's like, and this is mine. Whatever. Trying to take their powers away, hurt them, or take things away from them that they feel like they deserve. And that's one thing malignant narcissists do. They're afraid that somebody else is going to come in and basically push them out of their spot. They're going to make them less. They're going to take from them. They're going to convince somebody to leave them. Anything, all these things go rushing around in their head, and they get very, very, very enraged over it. And they start with the blaming and the finger pointing and, pushing people away. And sometimes they'll pick one person who they feel is to blame for everything, and they target them and do a mass attack on them. And it's stupid. They're usually wrong, but it happens. 6, egocentricity. Everybody's got an ego. Some are a little healthier than others. You can probably think of someone in your life who has an ego that is out of control. I mean, come on, we all do. This is the person who talks about themselves all the time, fishes for compliments, and pretty much acts like the world revolves around them. However, it's easy to be egocentric without being a malignant narcissist. A person who is simply egocentric can still accept someone else's point of view. A malignant narcissist, on the other hand, can become enraged if someone doesn't see things their way. An example of that is Rakeda. Now, Rackets always jokes, "Oh, I'm a narcissist." He's not. He even talked about it the other day. He's not a narcissist. He has narcissistic traits, a couple of them. But like he said, we all do. Otherwise, you wouldn't survive. You'd never be a success because you'd never promote yourself. You'd never push yourself. There's no motivation if you're not looking out for you at least some of the time. He broke it down in the way that he said he has narcissistic traits, but he's not a narcissist. He sees things from other people's point of view. He has compassion. He has empathy. He has sympathy. He has love. He has the ability to love. Narcissists cannot love anyone, not even themselves. They can say it. They can pretend to show it because they can adapt and mimic someone else's behavior. So if they see people who are in love, they think that's how they have to act to, portray this, project this loving kind of image. But it's never genuine and it's never theirs. They are very proficient in feeling no emotions for anyone but themselves. And very rarely do they love themselves. They're obsessed with themselves, but they don't love themselves. That's why they're that way. Yeah, a malignant narcissist can become enraged if someone doesn't see things their way. If Nick was a malignant narcissist, I can't tell you how many times he would have done bodily harm to somebody. Because he's had the worst guests on sometimes. Look, that Duncan, oh my God. Nothing would get between Nick and Duncan if he was a malignant narcissist. Nothing. And he would have been throwing things. The rage is uncontrollable. His little office there would have been trashed. Guarantee it. If not over Duncan, then over some other schlemiel that came on and was an idiot. 7, a lack of empathy. A malignant narcissist is completely unable to put his or herself in someone else's shoes, which means they'll never feel any remorse for any of their actions. Duncan was just there to rile Nick up. Yeah, Duncan's an asshole. Just saying. Malignant narcissists lack the ability to comprehend what other people may be feeling or to empathize with others. Further, malignant narcissists often believe that they have been the victims of mistreatment. This is where they flip it. A malignant narcissist will go through something. They will hurt someone else, malign someone else, lie about somebody else, and then turn around and be like, "Oh, they were mean to me." They're going to make themselves the victim. And usually it's the one that's the loudest. That's the one who's running the show. That's the one who's looking for, the sympathy and empathy to turn and benefit them because they're certainly not going to expend that kind of emotion on somebody else. They don't even know how. Imagine confronting someone who's hurt you, and once the conversation's over, you've somehow accepted all the blame for the other person's actions. They're very good at this, by the way. Very good. I mean, how many times, Jesus. There have been many times where I had to run in with a malignant narcissist where he didn't show up. He didn't call. He didn't reach out to me for days. And I am talking about my father. He didn't do a lot of things. But yet when he showed up out of the blue and I was at my aunt's house, he went screeching up to my aunt's house and I got blamed for everything. For putting him out, for making him chase me all around town. Mind you, I was like 7, and it was all my fault. And I cried and I had to apologize. He made me apologize for him not being able to find me on a day that we weren't scheduled to meet. So I had no obligation to be where he wanted me to be. And without ever apologizing for calling to say he was coming to get me at a certain time, not showing up and having me sit there and cry literally for like 3 days. Because as much as I hated my father, I loved him. I always hoped that he was going to be better. He was going to be different. He was going to wake up from this like weird thing that was going on with him. And he was just going to love me like his daughter. That's what I wanted. I dreamed of that every time and it never happened. And he never, ever felt sorry for anything he ever did. And the only reason he did what he did was to hurt my mother through me. He died and I never got that apology. And I never thought I would. But I did kind of want to confront them. And I feel like I got gypped. But the thing is with him, if you ever said anything that was slightly negative, you'd lose teeth. He didn't care who you were. First, you got the physical smackdown, and then he just tore your life apart. Tore your life apart. He would let you know that he slept with your girl. He would let you, he would tell everybody everything about you. He didn't care. It's astounding that they never feel any remorse. And yes, they always play the victim. It's really something. Yeah, it really is. Rabbit, I get you. She said, my conscience would slap me silly. Mine too. I don't get it. I don't get how anybody could be like that, but we're surrounded by them. And somebody said, oh, narcissism is the catchword of the day. No, narcissism is a very real threat to our society because we have raised a lot of narcissists. There are so many people running around that have no altruism or empathy or compassion at all. They're only looking out for themselves. And the reason why we know about it is because it's finally come to light. Narcissistic behavior or narcissistic disorder was only relabeled maybe 50, 60 years ago. It was called a whole bunch of other things. But they realized, okay, these things are not separate. All these things, instead of being like these 8 different disorders, the only parts that they have, they're all the same. And they created this, narcissistic thing to be more precise. And it just happens that there's a lot of narcissistic people in the world. A lot of people who think that, we revolve around them instead of the sun. T-Rex said, someone say, I have too much altruism and empathy. Cough, cough, Shelly, cough, cough. I didn't say you have too much. I never said you have too much. What I said is you're too free with it. You don't have to give to everybody because there are people out there who are just waiting for somebody like you so they can put their hand out and get something for nothing. And I don't like you being taken advantage of. And if you don't like the fact that I say it, you'll suck it up and get over it because I'm always going to look out for you as long as we're around. Having said that, Rabbit said, we always want love from the ones that can hurt us the most. Well, yeah, especially if they're malignant narcissists, because they know what buttons to push. They've studied you. They know your mind better than you do. And they get to play all these little games with it. And in the end, you're the one with the broken heart and a broken mind, broken spirit, broken dreams. And they go skipping off into the sunset with whoever the hell was stupid enough to pick them up when they dropped you. If you're lucky enough to drop them first, hallelujah. I'm just saying. Shows taste and class and intelligence. This bitch knows how to upgrade. Imagine confronting people who have hurt you once the conversation's over, blah, blah, blah. You somehow accepted the blame. This is an example of what it would be like to deal with a person who lacks empathy. They have absolutely no remorse or conscience, which leads you to 8. Cruel and sadistic. If you don't know the difference between sadism and masochism, sadism is when you enjoy hurting other people. Masochism is when you enjoy being hurt yourself. Nerd. My mom flat out told my nieces, mom, my brother, and I that she was better than us. Oh, that's nice. Always nice of your mother to say that. My mother has tons to say about me. I just don't listen now. I don't care. I couldn't imagine hurting my kids like that. Breaking a little heart like that would just tear me up, which is scary. Parenting is hard, and we're only human. Oh, yeah, I know. I know. I don't understand people who don't put their kids first, who don't give their kids everything. I mean, I know you're supposed to put your partner first because that's the person you're going to grow up with, grow old with. But I don't have one of those, so I don't have to worry about it. I just give everything to my kids. T-Rex said, I know you will, Shelly, and you're not wrong. I want you to be happy, T-Rex. It's all I want. Depending on the situation, I do tend to lack empathy for other emotions, to be honest. I don't think you lack empathy. Sometimes maybe a little awareness. Like sometimes you can't read the room too well. But that's about it. I mean, you're not bad at all. You're a wonderful person. You drive me crazy, but you're a wonderful person. Mimsy, I've dealt with the malignant narcissist. They do study you. It's scary. They do. They know everything. They know your hobbies. They know what you eat, what you drink, what you like, who you talk to, where you go. They know every emotional button. And it's funny because I don't think they even realize that they're doing it. They're just kind of doing recon work so that they can gather up as much information about you and store it for when they need it. They don't really care about you. They just want to know what they can use against you. And they always find leverage. Always. Cruel, like making someone think that their computer is messing up. I don't know what you're talking about. Depending on the situation. I already read that. You're going to have to forgive my reading because I'm back and forth and whatever. And it's just, I'm tired. Malignant narcissists can be especially cruel to the point where they actually enjoy causing other people pain, either mentally or physically. And most are quite happy to do both. This sadistic quality of enjoying the suffering of others can come in 2 forms: vicarious sadists and everyday sadists. So there's the special kind, and then there's your run-of-the-mill sadist. Damn it. A vicarious sadist is a bit more benign in the sense that they might enjoy killing an opponent in a video game, but they never actually participate in harming another person. An everyday sadist, which describes a malignant narcissist, is willing to inflict harm upon or humiliate another person and enjoy the process. Because they're a piece of shit. 9, manipulation. And what's that saying is like a vicarious sadist is somebody who's like, you know what? I don't like this guy. I'm playing video game. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to drive him off the road. I'm going to this. I'm going to that. And that's what they do. That's how they get even in this like virtual fucking space. An everyday sadist likes hurting people in person. Like they like to humiliate them. They want to see the reaction. they get off on it. They actually do. They feel better about themselves because they're hurting somebody else, because they're garbage. 9, manipulation. While we all try to use a situation to our advantage at times, a true manipulative nature causes a person to do it all the time. When you first meet someone who's manipulative, he or she may seem charismatic, genuine, and appreciative, but they often resort to gaslighting. Manipulators take things that other people say or do and twist them so much that their victims often end up confused and questioning their own reality. Okay. So, manipulation, we all manipulate. We do things that are manipulative. They're so second nature, we don't even think about them. Like if you're sitting down and you're with somebody and they're next to you and you want something to drink, you want to turn the light out, and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to get up." And you know that they're going to like run to the kitchen, to the bathroom. They only have a certain amount of time. You will manipulate them to try to get them to do those chores for you. You'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm really cold. Would you turn like the heat up?" Or the light is bothering me. Would you mind turning the light out? And they'll do it. They're saying it. They're being polite and asking. But if the person's like, "All right, maybe I'll do it when I come back, but I gotta go do this stuff." They're like, "Oh, please. It'll only take you a minute." Their words are not manipulative. Their tone is manipulative. The face that they use is manipulative. You can manipulate people in, God, millions of ways without ever letting on that you're manipulating them. You could have a more seductive voice because it gets to somebody. It's going to get you your way. I had a teacher in my school who asked me to do something, and she was so used to manipulating men in a certain way. She looked at me and she was like, "Shelly, please." And when she did that, she like tilted her head to the side and she cocked one leg in and like bent her knee and did like the hip jut. And she was like, "Oh," so that she was like, "Oh," like throwing her little tantrum. And I looked at her and I said, "Not for nothing." I said, "But I don't have a dick that don't work on me." I was like, "If you need to do it, do it your damn self. Like, I'm not doing it for you." "But I need it." "Well, then I suggest you do it." She was one of those people who thinks everything should be done for her because she's la princesa. Like she's the cream of the crop. She's a diva. That's what we usually call them. And it was ridiculous to me that she was like, "Oh, I had arms full of like stuff to go home." She's like, "Oh, could you just do this for me?" Basically now. And I'm like, "No." But the stand, the whole cocking the head and the freaking leg and the hip and the bitch, I ain't one of your little simp boys. You could do that all day long. It don't bother me. Like you got to know your audience. These people are usually much better at manipulation, but they do it without even thinking about it. Now, the gaslighting, that's when somebody's telling you something that didn't happen. They're trying to convince you it didn't happen. Like if they're manipulating you and say they say something nasty to you and you get upset and you storm off. When you come back and want to work it out or talk it out, you're going to find out that they're telling you it was all you. They didn't do anything. You started with the attitude. You had a certain tone. You never listened to me. You didn't give me a chance to, talk. You stomped off and ended the conversation. That's what they do. They blame you. That's gaslighting. That's gaslighting. Telling somebody, convincing them of something that it's their fault. This is what happened. This is the narrative when it didn't. And they know it didn't, but they don't care. They're going to stick to it. Like super glue. They're going to stick to it. They will be on that ship faster than a speeding bullet in the Ukraine. Da, 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 da. 10 is projection. Let me see chat before I get yelled at. Jacob Castro, I enjoy watching others working when I'm not. I consider that a form of sadism. Listen, we all have a little sadism. Everybody has a little bit of everything. It's like that old adage with the the white dog and the black dog. The white dog symbolizing goodness and purity. The black dog symbolizing darkness and aggression. And they say, which one is the stronger? And the wise man said, the one you feed. If you feed the black wolf with his anger and aggression and hatred and all that darkness just ready to come out, of course he's going to be stronger than the other one. If you give care to him and not to the other, if you feed the pure part, the innocence, the altruism, the good intention, the love, if you feed that one, then that's what's going to be stronger. But we all have these traits inside. It's just some of us activate them and some of us don't. Some of us have gone through where we have, periods where we're out of our minds or we're not acting, correctly in our own character. That happens. But these are people who live like this all the time. They don't back down. They don't say, oh, I really shouldn't have done that. They never say that. They'll never apologize. Even if they say the words, they don't mean them. They don't mean them at all. But yeah, you all have a little sadism and you all have a little masochism in you. How many people have said, oh, I'm a glutton for punishment? That's masochism. A glutton for punishment means you're hungry for punishment. You take it all in, which to a point must mean that you prefer it. Listen, everybody likes a little punishment now and then. T-Rex, I study people, but I'm a people watcher. And unfortunately, I saw myself heading down this path, but chose a different path a long time ago. I saw myself becoming extremely manipulative. But at least you see that. This is kind of starting to sound like someone I know that you don't like. Don't say their name, though. I'm not talking about, the only person that I've been talking about personally is my father. And I don't think you want to talk about him because he's a piece of shit. Jacob, when you don't have to work and somebody else has to, Lord, you're just like, you suckers. Do you actually mean it? No, it's funny. I enjoy a good spanking occasionally. I bet you do. Inya Mers, I love you, Inya. Outdoors said we see so many narcissists in media now without even realizing it. They have normalized this behavior. He said, wow, that's my mom. My mom's MO to a T. We all have that. No, it's the one we were talking about. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, T-Rex, but that's okay. We'll talk about it later. You just called me outdoors. I called you outdoor nerd. Listen, nerd. Not only did I not sleep, I took my pills to go to sleep. So I'm fighting them really hard right now. Really difficult. 10 is projection. Oh, this is one that kills me. Projection is when someone transmits their actions onto someone else. For example, let's say someone stole something from a store, then turned to a person they were with and called them a thief. That's projection. I said later, T-Rex. I'm doing a show right now. Winning said, you're going outside more these days. He's not wrong. Every time with the projection. Oh, the projection is horrible, Amelia. It's horrible. That's what they do. They do something. They say, hey, everybody, look, they did such and such. I'm a victim. Whatever. Like, big pussy. This leads narcissists to avoid recognizing their own shortcomings by attributing them to other people. They may be aware that these shortcomings exist, but they would never admit them. They simply insist that everyone else is guilty of doing what they're doing. I've been called worse, and winning ain't wrong. You should be getting outside more. You country. Come on now. Country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. I need someone to follow me around all day and call me on ish. Girl, who you telling? The day I meet a man that can call me on my bull, they insist. All right. 11 requires excessive admiration. So, like people that, oh, I don't know, hold themselves up above others. Look at me. I'm so great. They stand out because, sometimes it's glaring how they stand out. Um, they call attention to certain things, They may dress provocatively. They may dress, garishly. They may dress in rags. I don't know. Some of them, just woof woof all over the place. But malignant narcissists have extremely fragile self-esteem. They require constant attention and admiration to alleviate their own concerns about how well they're doing and how loved they are. These narcissists want to be welcomed with adoration and want others to feel indebted and awed because the malignant narcissist has gifted them with his or her presence. Those are those people who don't believe the party can start without them, who never bring a gift, never bring potluck or whatever, and think that just their presence is enough for everybody to be thankful that they showed up. And they really do feel like the world owes them like this, like a fucking parade because they showed up to something. Rabbit, we all need a good sleeping stream. I cuddle with you all at bedtime, but quit taking you in the shower anymore. Oh, now I'm disappointed, Rabbit. Damn. Never know, never know. 12. Interpersonal exploitation. Malignant narcissists expect to be given whatever they want, despite the cost to other people. For example, a boss who's a narcissist may overwork his or her employees without considering the negative impact that it might have on the employee's life or well-being. They don't care. When they tell you work overtime, work the weekends, they don't care what you're missing out on with your family. There you go, Castro. They also typically only form relationships with people whom they presume can advance their motives in some way. In this case, the narcissist will give the relationship only as much time or effort as is absolutely required to get what they want. So, you'll quit talking to me when what? I expect that from Outpost. Hell, I expect it from Winning. You surprise me. You have hidden depths, woman. Oh, I love you so much. Anyway, I usually bring Robert Gouvet in the shower with me. No. Jacob, as long as he's just in the shower with you and not like in the shower with you, you're fine. Don't worry, we won't tell. There's nobody else listening. It's fine. He makes jokes too. How can we gaslight this into fruition? Steamy shower. Steamy showers with the rabbit, please. Oh, see, Inya wants to join you in the shower, Rabbit. Maybe she'll get your back. I don't even remember where I was. All right, I'm probably rereading this. I don't care. When we're done here, I'm going to bed. They also, I can't go to bed. Damn it. I have a shrink appointment this afternoon. Son of a bitch. 1:00 shrink appointment coming up. All right. They also typically only form relationships with people whom they presume can advance their motives in some way. In this case, the narcissist will give the relationship only as much time or effort as is absolutely required to give what they want. They're going to give bare minimum to nothing. They are going to give bare minimum to nothing. They'll pick somebody, they will love bomb the hell out of them, have them fall helplessly in love, get them entangled in all their bullshit, and keep their claws in them until they don't want them anymore, until they're of no use. Once they've drained them dry of their money, their resources, their dreams, their aspirations, their self esteem, their soul, then they go, oh, yeah, I'm done with you. But trust me, they don't want anybody else picking that person up. Oh, no, 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 no. They could leave just a husk of a person on the side of a road. And God help if you came along to like pick it up. That's mine. Oh, no, no, no. They don't like to let go of people. And when they do, they get bitchy about it when they lose people because they're like, oh, man, like I could have used them later. They always think people have a use rather than, feelings. Rabbit said, my tablet is no longer waterproof. Yeah, like, oh, the Ziploc leaked. Oh, no. I've done that. I've put my phone in like a Ziploc inside another Ziploc when I'm taking a bath because I'm always going to drop it. That's just me. I drop it everywhere I go. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. All right. 13. Overestimates others' concern for their well-being. Malignant narcissists often assume that people around them have an intense concern for his or her well-being. Like they go out and they start telling people their problems and they're like, I know you all are concerned. This is what the story is. Da 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 da. I'm fine. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's why I don't come on here and say, oh my God, this is my life. And da, da, da. Nobody cares. I mean, you guys care, obviously, but what would be the point of me coming on here and just bitching about things? I want to help people. I want people to feel not so alone. I want them to feel empowered. I want them to be armed with information that can help them avoid situations like this. Like I tell my kids, don't follow my fuck ups. Learn from them. God, learn from them. I'm not going through all this for my friggin' health. And it's not for shits and giggles either. Like there's got to be a point to what I go through. Damn it. Sometimes knowledge sucks. Not really. I mean, yes, sometimes ignorance is bliss, but in the end, I'd still rather know. I don't like to go around blind. I really don't. And when I do that, I get in trouble because I'm only given half a story and I act accordingly. And then I act wrong and everybody's like, oh, well, I only knew half the fucking story. And you said, my hubby got some pumpkin beer and made me taste the pumpkin chino one. Blech. It tasted like a brewery and Starbucks have a love child extra on the Ugg boots. Yeah, there'd be my pumpkin chino on my Ugg boots because this has been very enlightening and validating. You know what, Amelia? I'm glad. You should look through some of my other my videos that I've done in the past. There's a lot out there. I've done other narcissism videos. I did a live with Winning on narcissism. He knows quite a bit about that, believe me. There's all sorts of stuff on depression, on being alone, on being older and being alone, on being sick, everything. You could find something somewhere. And it's all meant to make you feel more empowered. It's meant to make you feel seen and heard. That even if you're not going and telling your problems, you know that somebody else is telling their problems and they're like yours. And you could almost like get the advice or the comfort or the consolation by proxy. You don't have to reveal it, but you get it, by association. This pumpkin shit has gone too far. I've never liked pumpkin spice. I don't know what it is. I don't like anything flavored with pumpkin. Yes, and thank you. You're always welcome here. Have no fear. You are always welcome. We love, when people come around and you fit right in. So don't worry about it. Because of this, malignant narcissists tend to talk about their own problems or concerns in extensive detail without stopping to recognize that other people have problems too. However, if someone tries to talk to a malignant narcissist about their own problems, that person receives contempt and impatience. from the narcissist. Like, do we have to talk about this again? Like, oh, this again. And it's always the same thing again and again and again. You could say it one time. That's one time too many for them. They don't want to hear about your problems. They don't give a shit. Coffee is a curse from hell. Gross. No, coffee is nectar of the gods. And without it, I would stab a lot more people than I already do. So that first sip, man, doesn't it touch your soul? God, it's like angels are just singing around my head. Envious of others is number 14. Malignant narcissists often resent other people's successes or possessions because they feel more deserving of these things. They may brutally belittle the contributions of others, especially when others are receiving acknowledgement for their achievements. For example, if a coworker receives an award for grossing the most yearly revenue for a company, a malignant narcissist might tell other people that the recipient of the award cheated in some way or the process is rigged. That's what they do. Oh, well, she went, oh no, I taught her that. I gave her that. She didn't do that on her own. That was all me. And they puff out their chest. Whatever. All you got to do is just let them talk. And just walk away. Just walk away. Don't engage with these people if you can help it. Inya said, T-Rex, yes, I've been close to a few self-admitted narcissists. I'm not sure that one of them actually is one or if it's just a severe addiction. Well, the two actually feed on each other because a malignant narcissist, they don't see an addiction as a problem. They're going to do what they want to do. They're in control, not the drug. They will never admit they have a drug problem. Half the time, they won't even admit they do drugs. And you said, I only like black coffee. I tasted the beer because we like to joke about how much he loves basic white bish pumpkins. Oh, your honey is basic. That's a shame. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's funny as fuck, but it's a shame. You're killing me. I really need to stop smoking. Just not today. I have 3 packs left. Whatever. It'll last me a couple days. And I'll go back to vaping. I know that's no good for me either. But guess what? Everything is trying to kill me now. So I might as well just enjoy myself. He or she would be unwilling to accept the coworker's success and be happy for them. They can't. They can't let you achieve anything. They can't. Every single achievement is them or a reflection of them. Nothing is solely yours. Every idea, somehow they made a contribution or it came from them or you stole it from them. They could say something, say in January, and someone decides to do something similar, having no previous knowledge or even previous knowledge, but months, and they choose to do something in the same vein. Now, there's no problem with them doing the same thing. They're doing it their way from their perspective. So it's all new. But the narcissist will say, no, it was my idea. I want to do it. How dare they take my idea? And that's just dumb. It really is. Like, there's no reason to argue over ideas. Everybody's perspectives are different. But the narcissist believes everything belongs to them. They have the right to it first. And if they don't want it and they discard it, maybe you can have it. Later, nerd. Have a good time at work. Oh, darling little angels. You've only been there a couple weeks, dude. 12 years. It's amazing I have any hair left on my head. Between what they cut off and what I pulled out in aggravation, please. But good luck. Have a wonderful day. 15. They easily lash out. And that's what they do. They lash out. Narcissists get very angry and are willing to humiliate others at the most minor offenses. For example, if a malignant narcissist is telling an exaggerated story about an extreme adventure that they went on, and someone questions the validity of the story, the narcissist would be prone to making a counterattack. In this case, the narcissist might fight back by saying something like, "How would you know? It's not like you have the money to take trips that I take." Because narcissists, unbelievable. Narcissists, I can't do the word anymore. Narcissists have hypersensitive and fragile little egos. They have huge fifis of their own, and they have to convince people that they're always right. So, say somebody, I don't know, gave a story about their athletic prowess, right? And they are, God, it's like they're so fast, they're practically superhuman. They run fast, they dodge things, they're good. They're the epitome of health, and everyone else is not. If you were to turn around and tell them, no, I call bullshit. Like they will lose their minds, and they will snap at you with a personal attack, which we all know means they lost the argument, but they will snap at you. And how would you know what I do? What do you mean you call bullshit? You can't run yet. Your legs down. Blah, 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 blah. Like they'll say, "Oh, you trip over everything. Look at you. Look at you. You can't even walk straight. You're going to outrun me." Like all that kind of stuff. And it's like, all right, whatever. Like you go be bulletproof. Let's see if it works. Like that's the type of thing. Like there are some cops out there who develop that type of malignant narcissistic attitude toward their job, where they're just like, "I don't need a vest. I'm better without it. Nothing's going to happen to me." Da, 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 da. And then they get shot in the chest and die. And that was unnecessary. But their ego made them say, "I don't need that. Basically, I'm tougher than everything else. I'm built better. I'm physically superior. Nothing can happen to me." And it's a lie. They're just as human and breakable as anybody else. But their pride, their ego won't allow them to see themselves as less than superhuman. They get very, very, very offended when you happen to suggest that maybe they're a lion sack shit. 16. They see the world in only black and white. And of course, my favorite thing is only Siths deal in absolutes, which is an absolute statement, which makes the Jedis just as bad as the Sith. Anyway, and I know Nick would agree with me. To a narcissist, you are either their friend or their enemy. Things are either good or they're bad. You are either right or you're wrong. They live within the contours of extremism, while other people are able to appreciate the various shades of gray in the world. This primitive way of thinking is one reason why narcissists can't accept their own failures. Failure is impossible to confront because there's an extreme amount of energy placed on being right. Black and white thinking is an unfortunate default method against the world's complexities that most people grow out of as young children. All right, Nick, calm down about the Jedi. Listen, I'm not a fan of the Jedi. I think they suck. They just threw Anakin right over to the dark side by being a bunch of, I don't know, narcissists. Like they were all about, we're the masters. You can't do this. Never mind that he was smarter than them. He was better than them. And he'd seen more battles than them because they were sitting on their ass back in the temple. So like he's going out. He's a general. He's this. He's that. He's doing all this stuff. And they're like, yeah, you could sit on the council, but you can't be a master. What? No. That's like being on the police force, but you're not a cop. How does that work? How does that work? It doesn't. All right. My little Jedi rant is over. Shut up, T-Rex. I love you, but shut up. All right. Okay, so the primitive way of thinking is one reason why narcissists can't accept their own failures. If you've ever talked to a narcissist, especially a malignant narcissist, when they're confronted with the things that they've done, the reaction is so off the chart, so out of proportion to what you have said that it's staggering, stunning. You could say, "Oh, I know you were a pizza delivery guy." I was never a pizza delivery guy. I don't even eat pizza. Pizza's for the devil. That's kind of like the reaction they get. And then they're like, you know what? You just wish that you had my kind of income so you could get all the pizza you want. You wish that you had my job. You're probably a nothing. You're probably like a sucker. You're a loser. And they just pick and pick and pick and pick and pick. And then, like, of course, the flying monkeys usually surround them and join in. Because it's only fun if you're doing it in a group. Courage increases. You start Star Wars talk right after Nerd left. He's cursing up a storm. So I didn't even think of that, but you're right, Winning. He's going to hate it. Peace is the devil. I love it. But it just my tummy. T-Rex, we got to work on your voice to text. We really do. There's got to be some type of Ohio adapter or something. Translator. 17. They seek to win at all costs. The worst part about trying to win at all costs is that it usually involves cheating or hurting other people. However, this doesn't bother malignant narcissists. They have such deep-seated need to be right and to be the best that their every survival depends on it. They will not give up until they have torn other people down to make themselves feel better. Not bad. Sorry about that. I lost my place. They will not give up until they have torn other people down to make themselves feel and appear to be superior. They'll do whatever they have to do to prevent themselves from experiencing loss, failure, or inconvenience. They really do not like to be put out for any reason. They don't like to have to do favors. What they'll do is they'll say, "Oh, yeah, sure, I'd love to do that for you," to get on somebody's good side. And either they'll do it quickly and shittily, or they'll delegate it to one of their simps to do. And then they'll just take all the credit for it. I mean, that's what they do. They resist treatment is number 18. Malignant narcissists scoff at the idea of going to therapy. They tend to be happy because they never face the negative consequences of their disorder. Only their victims do. And remember that. Only their victims, the people around them, suffer from what the narcissist does, from what the malignant narcissist does. They make sure none of that blowback ever lands on them. They'll throw everybody that they care about under the bus, but not them. At the end of the day, they will be standing on top of that bus, on top of an old lady with a dog under one heel and a scratched up baby carriage under the back of the bus. They don't care. They just don't. They are heartless, soulless creatures. I might be a little biased, but fuck it. Because people usually go to therapy due to experiencing discomfort, malignant narcissists wouldn't feel the need to seek comfort, but to seek treatment. If therapy does occur and a doctor suggests to a malignant narcissist that they might have this disorder, it would not be uncommon for the malignant narcissist to claim the doctor is crazy in some way. Because obviously they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them. Dear God, they're the most giving people in the world. I stand for love. I love everybody. If people would just try to get along with us and just allow it to happen. Oh, stop. Like, there's no way you can get along with these people unless you are a benefit to them. If it serves them to have you in their life, then you'll be in their life, whether you want to or not. This is why you have to get as far away from them as you can. As far as treatment, I see a therapist every week and I see a shrink once a month. I am very open and honest, even with the really not great stuff that I don't want to talk about, because I know I've made mistakes. I know that I have trauma. I know that I have sometimes anger issues in relation to that trauma. And I don't want to take it out on people. But I also don't want to be around narcissists or anything who bring the hatred out in me. You know, my grandmother used to say, "You tell me who your friends are, I tell you who you act like." And it was always true. If I hung out with the smart kids, I did better in school because I was more diligent about my work. If I hung out with the potheads, I smoked a lot of pot and did nothing. If I hung out with the crazy ones, I did crazy shit and just had a death wish every day. If I hung around with people who wanted to suck the life out of me and basically build themselves up on, my skills or whatever, well, then I needed to avoid them too. These are all different groups of people that just they don't benefit you. You benefit them. They want to twist you around. They want to use you. And you have to not let them. It's hard. It's very hard to do. But these are not people who are ever going to seek treatment because they don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. They're not having bad nightmares in their sleep. They're not losing sleep over what they did to you. If anything, they're sleeping more soundly because, ha ha, screwed you over. They love doing that shit because they don't see you as being of any significance. Even the people that they claim to love, that's very short lived. Very short lived. And if you notice, these people have patterns. They use people up, get new people in. They use people up, get new people in. And I know somebody who just flits around from place to place to place to place, just lying about himself and lying about other people and being very embarrassing and immature and just ridiculous. Okay, that's his thing. Whatever. Don't bring it to my doorstep. Because as vengeful as malignant narcissists can be, I'm a crazy bitch and I have no problem messing with them. I don't. So, what you want to do is get as far away from them as possible. There's all sorts of people in this world who are malignant narcissists, and you're going to see it if you just open your eyes. Not everybody is as nice as they claim to be. Not everybody is as sweet as they claim to be. I never claimed to be nice and sweet. I'm a bitch. Oh well. I have a good heart, but I have my moments. And those bitch moments are glorious. I'm not ashamed of fucking one. Not one. With me, you roll the dice. That's it. I treat you the way you treat me. Or I treat you the way you treat my friends. 19, deceitfulness. Narcissists are often deceitful. Oh my God, where'd the damn thing go? Oh, there's a chat. Chat disappeared on me. Oh my goodness. It just boop, gone. All right. I might have done that, but whatever. I just know that somewhere Winning is shaking his head at me, going, I got to talk to her. Narcissists are often deceitful to get personal profit or pleasure, including power, money, and sex. They regularly lie, malinger. Remember that from the Johnny Depp trial? Come on, we all know what malingering is. Making shit up. They regularly lie, malinger, con people, and are known to use aliases to get their needs met. There's a lot of people on here. We all have aliases. Some for anonymity, some for shits and giggles, some to hide what we've done in the past. I don't know. I know a lot of people like that. people who have done things and say, no, no, I didn't do that. No, no, no. It was somebody else. Really? That's interesting. I have friends with tons of receipts, but whatever. Alias, like another name, like a pseudonym. YouTube is full of them. You are not. If your name is Jacob Castro and your account is Jacob Castro, you're just like, fuck it, I'm here. You don't care. You're out. You're here. I am. Come get me. Jacob Pease, there you are. I asked if you were going to come by, if anybody saw you. I canceled Monday's show because I needed to sleep. Sleep is more important. Jacob Castro, I'm fucking with you. I know. And I'm fucking with you right back. Be happy. Talk into the microphone, please. Listen, you. Stop it. Additionally, many will become enraged if their lies are challenged by truth or facts. I know. Sleep is just not for me. I know. When you corner a malignant narcissist, and they will take it as being cornered, and you start spitting facts at them, they go absolutely apeshit. That's not true. Da, 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 da. It doesn't matter how many receipts you have. It doesn't matter if it's on video. Hell, you've seen that court trial, the Johnny Depp trial. We had everything on video, on tape. We could see it. We could hear it. And yet we're being told, no, that's not what you saw. No, yes, that's what I saw. I'm not stupid. There was no interpretation needed. You can look at it. You can listen to it. You can read it. You can look at him. Look at her. You get the full picture. And the more we were told, the more you could see who was the victim and who was the aggressor, who was the criminal. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. She's a fucking criminal. I know when he's going to say she's a covert narcissist, but I'm just going into the narcissist half of it. So just give me a little room to play with it because they're more aware of her. You just rolled my ass out of bed. I had family friends come into town, long night. Oh, so you had a good one. They're staying at the house with us, so it's going to be hectic for a minute. But it's cool. We love them anyways. Listen, as long as they don't overstay their welcome, they're the best guests. I don't like when they're like, oh, I'm only going to be here 3 days. I'm like, all right, mentally, I am prepared for 3 days. When they say, oh, we decided to extend it, we're having so much fun another 3 days. No, bitch, get out. Like, I am not ready for you to be here 6 days. Get the fuck out. Like, I dealt with you and your kids and everything else for 3 days. No, I'm done. I need to decompress. There's not enough weed in the world. Lord, I can't deal with my family. When I move, I'm not telling anybody in my family where the hell I'm moving. Fuck them. Nope. I'm not having one of my sisters show up on my doorstep to drop off like 17 nieces and nephews for me to babysit for the next 60 years. Get out of here. Like, nope. I'm not telling any of them where I fucking live. Nope. I know. I just kind of like stalled. Anyway, 20. They seem especially charming at first. Oh, yes. When you first meet a malignant narcissist, you may be amazed by their charm, charisma, and achievements. This is their way of trying to win you over. That's what they do. They kiss your ass. They're wonderful. They're, oh, mon cher. They hold your hand. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Or they just like lay the compliments on you like fucking extra blankets. They're just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Yeah, no. Wait a minute, Shelly, you have a sister. Hello, Lady Autumn Sky. I have four. No, she died. So I have 3. No, I have 4. I have 4 or 3. I have 3 stepsisters. And 1, 2, 3. And 3 stepbrothers. I had 5 stepsisters. But the twins passed away when they were 21. One drowned and the other one was on life support in the hospital since her birth, and they took her off when she was 21, and she never opened her eyes. Nothing on her own. She was brain dead. So yeah, so those are my stepbrothers and sisters. They're my mother's husband's children, and they just suck. So they're mooches. That's what they do. She said, "Hi everyone, I've been lurking." That's all right. You're allowed to lurk. And nieces and nephews, I can't even tell you how many I have. I stopped counting them because I stopped learning their names. It's like thing 1, thing 2, thing 3. There's so many of them. There's well over, I think, 15 of them by now. I can't. I didn't. Every time my sister says she's a lesbian, she gets pregnant. I'm like, how do you do that? That's magic. She's like, it's a lesbian baby. Bitch, I know biology. No, it's not. Like, why are you lying to me? When you first meet a malignant narcissist, you may be amazed by their charm, charisma, and achievements. Okay. Sometimes they offer gifts, charming words, admiration, or compliments that you truly want to believe. If somebody is selling you the thing that you are most insecure about and they're saying you're going to be great, this is awesome, they already like figured you out head to toe. They know what your insecurities are. They know what your hot buttons are. They know what the most hurtful thing is to say to you, and they know how to hook you. They know how to catch you, how to dangle the right carrot, and you will chase that bitch until your legs collapse. They know it. And what they do is they ply you with a false sense of confidence through their compliments. You want to be near this person now because they make you feel wonderful about yourself. They think I'm so great. I have to prove to them that they're right. And so you throw yourself into it and you do everything for them. And there's no talking against them because, oh my God, this person thinks I'm wonderful. I'm not going to let anybody malign them. I'm not going to let anybody get near them. And now you've become a flying monkey. It's understandable why someone will be attracted to such a person, but it could also be dangerous. If something looks too good to be true, it usually is. And if something looks really, really good, grab it and ride it until the cows come home. 21. They are shallow. Oh, are they? Malignant narcissists are not emotionally regulated and have beliefs that go from one extreme to another. Their decisions often hurt other people because they rank their relationships and the people they meet based on superficial standards. They have an innate need to land on top, even if they're pretending to be altruistic or participating in an activity that is not all about them. So even if they participate in, say, like a fundraiser where there's a whole bunch of people that are doing things to raise funds and raise this, if they raise $5, oh, they need center stage for that. Because I work so hard to get these contributions. It means so much to me. No, it doesn't, but they have the spotlight on them and they're going to play it to the most effect they can. They are going to just open themselves up, look vulnerable, look giving, look affected, and people will believe them because they only see what they're being shown. They don't see when the camera pans away and that person's like, they didn't give me half the time I wanted it. And da, 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 da. Always something to bitch about. Even when they're the center of attention for 10 minutes, they wanted it for 20. And how dare you? If you love me, you'll get it for 30. That's what they do. They manipulate. They stomp their feet. They throw a tantrum. They tell you they don't love you. They tell you you're garbage. They call you trash, and they think you're a devil. Or they think they're bulletproof. Or they think, oh, this person who doesn't talk to anybody told everybody business. No. No. But all right. Sometimes they're going to blame whoever they can. And sometimes they pick a favorite and just blame everything on them. And that's cool. That person's got to learn either to fight back or not engage. Sometimes I do both. Rabbit said, I stay in the shallow end because I can't swim. Girl, you could do anything in the world and you can't swim? You know how I learned how to swim? My grandmother picked me up and threw me in the pool and said, swim or sink. Like, if you don't swim, you're going to drown because sure enough, she wasn't letting anybody in there to get me. And I learned to swim. There was no floaties. It was, kick and do like even the doggy paddle or the freaking backstroke. She didn't care. She was like, just stay above water, hold your breath. But I learned how to swim, and I swim like a fish. I love to swim. I love to do little acrobatics in the water and everything. What I don't like to do is dive because I have a very bad neck, and I really don't. And I know, well, my neck has had a lot of exercise in its life. But no, I've gotten in too many car accidents, so diving is not good for me. They're shallow. Okay, so they land on top. Yeah. Like I said, even if they go to something where they're one of 1,000 people, they think they deserve special attention. They think well, where's the paparazzi? Where's everybody at that wants to take my picture? Because hello, I'm here. I got all dressed for it and everything. Like, it's so hard to put on a dress, some makeup. They're not even doing it. It's somebody else doing it usually. And going to a like gala event. Yeah, that's real stressful. Whatever. Damn it. Lady Autumn Sky said, oh, okay, not half siblings. No. Apparently, I don't have any half siblings. I have no siblings at all by blood, except possibly my father's brother's son, Michael. Never mind that we have the same name, but just female and male versions. We kind of look like a lot alike. And we've always fought like brother and sister. And we've always been close. And my father was having an affair with my uncle's wife next door to our apartment. So yeah, so that was the 70s. So we don't know. And I don't think Mikey wants to find out because I don't think he wants to think that about his mother. He doesn't get along great with his father, but at least his father's alive. If my father is his father, he's dead. And that makes what he did to me and to him 100 times worse for him. So if he doesn't want to find out if we're brother and sister because it would hurt him mentally and emotionally, I'm cool with that. But in my heart, I know he's my brother. He's always been special to me above all my other relatives. I always had a bond with him I didn't have with anybody else. So coming to the conclusion that he's my brother when everybody already assumed it didn't shock me. My mom did that to my sister. Just threw her in. Yep. That's what I thought. Then you said that, and I was like, maybe I'm mistaken. No, see, my family tree looks like one of those family circle comics where the kid leaves and he's supposed to go into the next room and he goes all through the neighborhood, all through the trees, and you see that black line going everywhere, all squiggly. Yeah, that's my family tree. A lot of intersection. A lot. I'm pretty sure half of the ones over in Italy were inbred, but whatever. All I know is I'm half Finnish, which explains a lot about my life. All right, 22, dependent on others' views of them. Narcissists are completely dependent on the world's view of them. Yeah, they might be dependent on it, but they don't really give a shit. They need the world to constantly feed them the message that they're the best of the best and superior in some way. Any negative opinion from others will cause a narcissist much pain. They don't like criticism at all. They really, really don't. Even the slightest amount can devastate them. Because how dare you break their bubble of perfection? They think they're just infallible. Geez, Shelly, your last name could be Biden with all the creepiness. Now, no low blows. Thank you very much. God, with all the creepy family drama. Yeah, unfortunately, none of us are millionaires yet. So if we can hurry that part along, because we got the creepy factor down, but the millionaire just keeps seeming to elude me. Someday. I know somebody who has a plan. Lord. They need the world to constantly feed them the message that negative opinions cause them much pain. I don't know how much pain it causes them, but it causes them a lot of anger. They tend to use those terms synonymously. You hurt me, I'm angry. He said, piff. Yeah, I don't care. At this point, it's just like I make like my mother and her husband are not only my son's grandparents, her husband is my son's uncle by blood. Yeah, he's grandpa uncle. Yes. So someday I'll tell you about it, Pete. Ooh, spam hash for breakfast. That sounds yummy. Okay, number 23, reject social norms. I really can't talk. I'm like stumbling all over. Malignant narcissists don't find value in acting according to social norms because they believe society is beneath them. They don't see the point in trying to be tactful or avoid hurting people. For example, a narcissist would reject the social norm of treating others as they would want to be treated. They also don't value integrity or honesty and are willing to steal. They certainly show bad behavior without being bothered by it. Rejecting social norms does not mean conforming to everyone around you, but rather it's more about being defiant of the basic principles on which society is based. This also means that people with malignant narcissism are willing to do illegal things without having a second thought. Okay, so they don't care about what society's telling them is right or wrong. They're going to do what they want. If it's illegal, oh well, they'll find a way to get it done. They might not do the illegal thing, but they have friends who they can convince to do it. They have people they can initiate to do it. It could be part of their, like, oh, if you want to be in with me, if you want to hang with me, I need you to do this for me. And they'll go and do it and then be like, oh, they never get thanked. They get told, you'll do. Like, even when somebody's doing something illegal for the narcissist, they're not even thankful. They're thankful it's over. They're not thankful you did it. They don't care that you could have gotten caught. They don't care that you could have gotten shot. What is their whole thing? But I want it. That's the whole push behind whatever you're doing. And that's what you're going to come across because they throw tantrums like toddlers. A lot of them, they can't take it. I don't know what it is about the malignant narcissist that makes them revert to being 3-year-olds. Where they just start blaming everybody else, stomping their feet, throwing a tantrum, raising their voice, smacking things down. And the rage just builds and builds and builds. And then they're like, oh, no, sorry, that didn't happen. Yes, it did. I watched it. I saw you. No, that didn't happen. I know you like to make things up. You're crazy. They like to tell you these things. I've been told so many times, you're crazy. That never happened. That's because you got something wrong in your head, Michelle. Only to come to find out, yes, it did happen. And I was not crazy. And I want to beat the hell out of you for making me think it was me. They're good at that. They're really good at making you think that you're insane, that you misheard them, you missaw something. Your eyes can play tricks on you. It's basically, are you going to believe what you saw and what you heard, or are you going to believe what I tell you? They want you to believe what they tell you. If you have no backbone, you believe what they tell you. If they're sincerely good at convincing people, say like somebody who's a really good salesman, maybe gets awards for stuff like that. They're really good at selling a narrative because that's what they do. So you could feel stupid for falling for it, or you could just forgive yourself and just never do it again. Be aware. Just leave them. Don't even bother. Like, bye. Because they don't get better. They get worse. If they can get an ounce out of you, next they get a pound. If they get a pound, they want 10 pounds. Now they want 50, 100, gold, silver, money, your soul, whatever. They will keep coming at you until you have nothing left. Mimsy, gotta run. Love you, Shelly. Talk to you later. Long day ahead. Oh, honey, I am praying for you. Love you so much. Do me a favor, drop me an email later. Let me know how you're doing, okay? Treating others as you want to be treated is not a social norm. No, it's the golden rule. But whoever wrote this, the idea behind it is we all really should do that. You're not going to give somebody respect and expect them to disrespect you in return. And somebody who's disrespectful to you, you're not really willing to give them too much respect. You lower it for them. Yeah, we'll all pray for you and for Rabbit and wherever the hell Suzanne is. I haven't heard from her. I know that she said the smoke was dissipating, so I'm guessing that she's okay. I hope so. So many people to pray for nowadays. I mean, I never thought that the YouTube would make me have a better connection to God. Never in my wildest dreams. Because I talk to him every day. Every day. And I ask, why? Why is all this happening? Why do we have to deal with people like this? Why are there so many people out there who want to hurt other people? I know I've had my moments, but they're few and far between. Am I a mouth? Yeah, that's who I am. Am I abrasive? Yep. Am I mean? Sometimes. Am I sadistic? On occasion. Am I masochistic? All the fucking time. There's all different parts of me. The people that love me love all those parts. They accept all those parts. The same way I accept all their beautiful perfection and all their perfect imperfections. I love it all. Number 24, they are not introspective. These people do not look at themselves very closely. They really don't. They look at themselves, oh, I'm so pretty. I'm so this. I'm so buff. I'm so whatever. They have this really altered view of themselves. I've seen guys who think the world of themselves. And then you see them and they're like, look at me, da, da, da. And they've got a big old gut, man boobs, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, Jesus Christ, but I'm talking about this is it. These, you've never seen the cartoon where the guy looks in the mirror and he's old and he's got flabby titties and a big belly and, he's got pimples, he's missing hair. He looks in the fucking mirror and he sees an Adonis because that's what he put in his brain. But then you have this really pretty girl who's, married or whatever, and she looks in the mirror and she sees this huge cow because she has no self-confidence. Because she doesn't see herself in a positive way the way he does. She's more critical of herself. He's more permissive, going, oh, yeah, this could use a little work, but looking good. That's what guys do. I know some guys who won't leave the house because of what the mirror tells them. So it's not everybody. But I know a lot that leave the house thinking they're just oh so adorbs. And I'm like, really? You're not with me. No, you won't go over there. I've done that with my mother's husband. I'm like, why do you have on socks with sandals? What? I don't like wearing sandals without socks. They're black socks. Yeah, they're white sandals. So go stand over there. You can't walk next. I hate that shit. He's like, what, do I embarrass you? Yes, very much. Go over there. Malignant narcissists are never introspective. It may seem counterintuitive to have endless self-absorbance and self-reporting without any introspection. But this is a very different thing. Narcissists never look at themselves and wonder what they could have done wrong or differently. They certainly spend a lot of time obsessing over themselves. God, yes, they do. But they don't spend time considering how their words or actions impact other people. 25, insecure attachments. Malignant narcissists form insecure attachments with other people. This relationship style is one in which the bond is contaminated by fear. Narcissists want to have followers, but because they have a deep seated low self esteem, they're paranoid that people will try to turn against them. They love and need people to follow them so they can rise to power. And you've met people like this, people who are like, oh, yeah, all these people, they say they like me, but that one person doesn't like me. And they're going around telling everybody this and they're going around telling everybody that. Okay. It's like when you come across creators that don't invite you on panel. Dude, maybe you're just not fitting their topic. Maybe you're not like their subject. Like, it's just not a good fit. But maybe they'll say something when it is a good fit. You don't know, but making assumptions, being all like, oh, they didn't do, I'm not friends with them. That's stupid. It's stupid. 26 tries to elicit empathy. While the malignant narcissist will not offer empathy, they will try to get it from other people by talking about others who have hurt them with an aggressive edge of anger. The narcissist may present themselves as a victim while also being bold and charming so people will want to support them. So they're loud and they're out there and they're, hey, what's up, everybody? And party hardy. And they're just like the good time boys, right? Good time girls. It doesn't really matter. But the thing is, like, they're all ha 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 at the same time saying, oh, but this person's not, they're not for me. They're talking about me. They're trying to hurt me. They're trying to take something away from me. So while they're in a fine mood, they're pretending that it's like hurting them, that someone's against them because they want you to go after them. They play the victim so that you go after their victim when they can't. See, you're enabling their behavior and you're perpetuating the problem because you're now picking on this person and possibly others because they're going to rally people to their cause. So everybody's picking on this person who was the victim, but they're convinced that they're the aggressor. They're the provocateur or whatever. They're the one who's guilty of causing the whole thing. That's what they think because that's what they're told. And you always have to believe the malignant narcissist or they turn on you. And nobody wants to be in their crosshairs. It takes a lot to stand up to a malignant narcissist. You have to have courage. You have to have a resourceful nature because they will take everything from you. And you will have to start from scratch many times. And they're almost impossible to get rid of. They're like an infection that won't go away. Like a really nasty STD that you get from doing things you shouldn't and putting things in places you shouldn't. That's what they remind me of. I've never had an STD, thank God. But, I'm pretty sure I know at least one person who has. Thank God I never, did anything with them, but I'm not exactly their type. Tries to elicit empathy. While the malignant narcissist will not offer empathy, they'll try to get it. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I already read this. Why didn't you tell me I reread it? God, chat. That's all right. Chat is good. Chat is wise. Shelly's tired. 27, willing to hurt people. As previously mentioned, the malignant narcissist is very quick to hurt someone emotionally, but they're also willing to hurt people physically. If someone is standing in the way of what they want, they will not hesitate to use physical force to remove the barrier. They're also willing to become violent during fights or disagreements with others in which their superiority is being questioned. Jacob, got to get behind the wheel. I'll be listening and try to chat whenever possible. Thanks, Jacob Pete. Be careful driving. Don't worry about chatting. Just you drive and be safe. Safe travels. Yeah, so they will become violent during fights or disagreements if their superiority is being questioned, if their leadership role is being questioned, if their superior intellect or their better humor or I don't know, just their general greatness over you is questioned. You're in for quite the hell of a ride. They are not going to take that well. And the rage is real. You think I'm angry. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. These people snap at you for nothing. They relentlessly tell people what a piece of shit you are because they can't accept it about themselves. Um, they're constantly comparing what you have to what they have, and they're so much better than you because how dare you talk about my stuff? I got this, way before you did. You probably had to wait. Would you wait for you big baby? Like it's so stupid. Daisy girl, hello. But yeah, if there's something that they want, nobody's going to stop them. They will get it by hook or by crook. They don't care. They don't care if they hurt you. And if you get in the way, they will physically hurt you. Thankfully, I don't have any of those in my life right now. And I haven't had anyone physically violent in years, thank God. But they're there. It's if you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, if you push the wrong button and you didn't even know there was a button, but now there's a button and they just blow up. And nobody is outside that blast radius. I could tell you that. You got to get far and take cover because they'll take everybody down. They don't care. 28. Inexplicable hatred. The malignant narcissists hate without a reason. This often causes people around them to internalize these feelings of hatred and blame themselves for the emotional abuse, which is particularly harmful to children of narcissists. This negative self assessment never seems to end as long as the malignant narcissist is around. But there's no logical defense of their hatred, nor is it anyone else's fault. The thing with hating without reason, they tend to do that around innocent bystanders. And it can be very traumatic. It could be traumatic for friends. It could be traumatic for children, especially children. And it's a parent's job to protect those kids from that. So if you have like a parent that's narcissistic in this way, a malignant narcissist, and a parent who isn't, and they're not getting along and they're trying to separate, the amount of damage that could be done to that child is astronomical. I was one of those kids. That malignant narcissist parent did whatever he could to hurt my mother through me. Now, as a mother and just as a parent, she should have stood up and said, "No, you're not doing that. You're not going to use my daughter that way. You're not going to hurt her that way. And you're going to pay for your crimes." She would have made sure that he paid, that he couldn't do that to any more little girls. And unfortunately, I was told he did it to quite a few. Quite a few. Practically every child of every girlfriend he had. And he had a lot. He had a lot. Ah, right down to the last one. It said, "Oh, snap. Damn it." All right. It's going to make me go all the freaking way to the end. Son of a bitch. When it comes to narcissistic parents, the best thing you could do is just protect your child as much as you can. You keep them out of harm's way and you teach them from the get go. That's not how you treat people. We don't treat people like that ever. 29, they achieve success in the business world. Many malignant narcissists are able to work themselves up to the top and become CEOs or leaders in some way. Like cult leaders? I would guess so. Shizzy and Winning probably know more about that since they do all like the the cult things, the unveiling. I know this is a whole veil, and Winning knows all about it. And I am not even going to try to explain it to you because I'll get it wrong. But eventually he'll explain it. I'm sure he'll do a little extra on this or something. Uh, this is often because they will stop at nothing to gain power and control. However, they will not be so successful in their personal lives. Exhibiting these behaviors in a cutthroat business world may provide them with success, but these behaviors in a social world are not as effective. It's easy to get wrapped up into a malignant narcissist web at first, but often after someone sees how toxic this person is, they no longer associate with them. It's amazing, isn't it? So, how to deal with the malignant narcissist? Having a narcissist in your life creates a toxic relationship that is very difficult to cope with. It's frustrating to interact with such an extreme narcissist, much more so than dealing with someone who has only some narcissistic traits, but isn't completely lacking in self awareness and the capacity for change. When it comes to the more destructive, harmful variety, the slightest suggestion that something may be wrong with this person is perceived as so threatening that he or she will have to have a fierce urge to strike out. The problem with dealing with narcissists successfully is that confrontation is rarely effective. They take criticism as a threat and fight back. A better way to approach disagreements with the narcissist is to keep your frustrations to yourself. The best way to keep this sense of superficial peace is to accommodate or pacify them until you can extricate yourself from the relationship. For this final thoughts, with this comprehensive list of traits of malignant narcissism, one may assume it's always easy to spot somebody with a narcissistic personality, but it's not always as simple as it seems. You can lurk all you want, Daisy. You're always welcome wherever I go. If a malignant narcissist is an effective and believable storyteller, people around him or her who are well meaning will unintentionally support his or her destructive tendencies and actions, reinforcing to the narcissist's abhorrent behavior. So, what they do is if somebody's a narcissist, a malignant narcissist, and they're a really good storyteller, they can convince you of anything. They don't need the details. They make up the details as they go, but in a vague kind of way so that if you say, last time, didn't you say, they go, no, you misremembered it. And they can mess with you instead of you mess with them. The best thing you could do for your own mental health and well-being is to get away from this destructive personality. Really, just fucking cut anchor, drop anchor, leave them wherever the fuck they are. Cut ties, whatever you have to do. Don't waste your time trying to change or help a malignant narcissist because they will not change. They won't. This is not somebody you can fix. I know we've all done it. We've all said, no, if I do this, they'll love me more. They'll be better. If I show them what it is to be a really good human being and to care, maybe they'll see that and they'll model my behavior. They'll do what I'm doing. Maybe it's fucking contagious. Maybe I can get them to act human today. I don't know. Maybe, but that's what I'm going to do. And all you do is drive yourself crazy. You miss out on your life because you're busy trying to make this person change who doesn't want to. And why would they want to? They're happy. They're evil, but they're happy because they don't give a shit that they're evil. You can't fix somebody like that because they don't know they're broken and they don't care. They're perfect. In their eyes, they're perfect. T-Rex said, very eye-opening. Damn it, Shelly, stop calling me out. Shut up. If you're in an intimate relationship and seeing any of these malignant narcissism signs, or symptoms, you may need the support and guidance of a trained therapist in order to safely leave the relationship. Yes. And that's the end of that. I hope you enjoyed that article. I did. It's the second time I had to read it. But going to therapy, one of the things about going to therapy, you tell them, okay, I'm involved with this person. This is what they're like, and this is what they're doing. And they tell you, well, that's a toxic relationship. It's not really good for you. Da, 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 da. And I know dozens of people, male and female, who'll, yes, no, you're right. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna pack my stuff and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And they don't do it. Because the minute they walk in the door is, where were you? What were you doing? Da, 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 da. The phone calls start, the DMs start, and then they're so overwhelmed and they're watched so closely because for some reason these people have this sixth sense when they're losing people. Probably because they see the recognition on the other person's face that they're looking at them going, hey, you're an asshole and you're full of shit. And I'm not staying with you. I deserve better than this. So for somebody to get up and say, I don't care what you throw at me. I really don't. Throw it all. I'm not going to unalive myself. You're not worth it. My kids are worth my life. And I'll stay for them. All these people who have fun, throwing shade at people, making life difficult. It's because they don't see other people as people. They just see them as a game to be played. A way for them to just be as dickish as they want. These narcissists don't care who they hurt. They don't care if you unalive yourself. They'll be like, well, that was stupid, but no remorse, no guilt, no regret, because they can't feel them. They are incapable of ever feeling guilt, of ever feeling remorse, of ever feeling what love truly feels like. They'll tell themselves, oh, I love that person. No, they're tolerating that person. They might even like them a little, if that's even a possibility with them. Sometimes it's not. But they can do the affectation that makes people believe that they're liked. They can do the affectation in their voice that makes people believe they're sincere, that they're a victim, that they need help. Everybody surround me, support me. Stupid. I mean, if you're a real person, stand up and support your damn self. I have a lot more respect for somebody who comes to me and has a problem with me and comes direct. Because we're going to squash that shit right there. Running around and saying things, that's what cowards do. What the narcissists do. Female narcissists especially. But I'm saving that one. That one's special. And I think you'll all well, not everybody's going to enjoy it. But you guys will. And that's all that matters to me. I only care about you guys. Love me, want me, be with me. Meredith Gray. Yeah, when she was like, love me, want me, be with me. I was like, wow, selfish. What the hell? I mean, his marriage was never going to work to begin with because he cheated, she cheated, and they didn't respect one another anymore. There was certainly no trust, and all he had was just resentment. How can you go through life resenting the person you're with? These narcissists, I've met many different level narcissists, some that were such novices. Like they didn't even understand what the hell they were doing or why they were saying it. They were just like, I just can't stop myself. Yeah, I know. And you see it from when they're a kid sometimes. You could see the manipulative nature. As teenagers, when they're absolutely insane, running around, doing all sorts of stuff, trying to fit in, trying to not fit in. One of the things about the narcissist that I found interesting was that they just don't. It's not that they don't cave to social norms. They actually they how do I put this? They fervently buck them to the point where it's like they don't exist. Laws don't apply to them. Rules don't apply to them. They can do whatever the hell they want. Have you never seen these like weird ass Karens that they're like, you can't do this to the cops? They're like pushing cops out. Bitch, you push a cop, he's going to push you back with a taser and you're going to deserve it. Now, do I want my mother being hit by a taser someday? No. Would I be surprised? No, because she's a big mouth. She has no problem telling a cop, you listen to me, you son of a bitch. Like, she'll go right after. She don't care. Otherwise, she'll do the other and be like, oh, officer, I'm so sorry. Do I know you? Do I know your father? Like, that's how we do it around here. They're like, last name. You're Italian? Oh, yeah. Mi dispiace. You know, I used to start talking and they're just like, oh, Italiana. And where are you from? Oh, I know your family. Blah, blah, blah. And then you don't get a ticket and you drive away and you're fine. That's how it works over here. That's not really narcissistic. But in other places, a narcissist will get pulled over and be like, why are you stopping me? These are the entitled brats that are like, why are you stopping me? You were going like 40 miles over the speed limit. It's just a suggestion. And no, I wasn't. I was going 65. Like I was under the speed limit. They will argue every single point and act like you're the idiot. They have no care for authority. None. They'll just look at a cop and be like, whatever, you're a cop. Like, that's not even a real job. Like, what's the matter? You couldn't make it as a lawyer? Like, that's shit that they'll throw out there. Oh, look at you. You're a cartoon. Look at you. You're just walking around like a caricature of yourself. They like to point shit like that out. Things that you enjoy, they turn against you. T-Rex, like I said, I was very good at gaslighting, manipulating, getting what I wanted out of people. And I decided it when I was like 19 or 20 to stop being that person. You have to stop it yourself. Nobody can do it. You're right. It has to be a choice that you make. And it's going to be a struggle because when you learn behaviors, it's really, really hard to unlearn them and then learn a new one. So it's very hard to replace bad behaviors like that because there's no consequence for most of these narcissists. Malignant narcissists don't have consequences for their actions. They just don't. They don't pay for it. They have somebody else do it. Somebody else is always taking the fall for them. They're taking the hits, or they're covering for them, or they're giving them an alibi that they didn't have before. Like that's what they do. And why do narcissists or malignant narcissists not care if they're breaking the rules? Because it's always all reward for them. No matter what they do, they still wind up winning in the end. You know, or at least they think they do. You have to be really, really well informed and well armed, not with like pistols or anything, like well armed with information, receipts, if you're going to go up against a narcissist, especially a malignant one. A malignant narcissist will be your friend, will learn everything about you, use you up, find a replacement, throw you to the wolves, and pretend like he's, or she's the victim. Oh, no, we didn't mean to do that. No, they're taking it wrong. See, they hate us. Rabbit said it was hard to let go of the rage inside that she taught me to hate. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Rabbit said I had to teach myself how to love. I didn't know how to really love anybody until I had my son. See, I love Katie, but Katie was, with my grandmother when I worked. I never had that like one-on-one time. And with Connor, I did. But Connor was special from like the moment I got pregnant. It was like something just swept through me from head to toe, and I was better. I was happier. I felt so much more love than I ever had before, and I didn't know I could love anybody that intensely, especially somebody I was not even sure I'd ever meet, because anything could have happened. Between like 4 weeks pregnant and 40, you know, it's a lot of time for things to go wrong. But I couldn't think of that. I couldn't think of the bad things because all I thought about was, oh my God, I love this kid. I love this kid. Rabbit said, my husband taught me about loving somebody. Well, you had a good husband. You did, Rabbit. And you teach us how to love each other every day. Even when we have a hard time even being civil to one another, there's still love. Believe me, there's still love. And I think that's why it continues, because there was a lot of love and people got hurt. I got hurt a lot and humiliated a lot because I didn't want to have to put up with the badness anymore. I had to save myself. And being pregnant with Connor and then having him was probably the most profound moment of my life when I had him. I felt love that I never thought I could. I mean, I knew what unconditional love looked like, but I didn't know what it felt like to give. And then I did. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids. I love Katie just as much. We just didn't get that original bonding time. So it's just when she was smaller, my grandmother was around and my husband was around and I worked because somebody had to pay the bills. So it was like, okay. But with Connor, I sold everything I owned, every piece of jewelry, my grandmother's gold fillings from her teeth. I sold every DVD, every record. I sold whatever I had, every bond. I just sold it all because I wanted time home with him. I know I'm fading in and out because for some reason the damn microphone is just not picking it up, but whatever. I'll play with it later. If I even turn my face away like a little, I fade out. It's ridiculous. But like I said, the narcissist, they can have a million babies. They're not going to feel that enlightenment. They're not going to feel that rejuvenation. They're not going to feel purposeful. They're going to use it to keep people. They're going to use it for attention. They're going to use it to tell everybody, look at how wonderful of a mother I am. Look at how wonderful of a father I am. When it's not true. Later, T-Rex. I'm not fucking with it now. I have no head for it. But I mean, it's easy to say, oh, well, it's trendy to call people narcissists. No, yes, it is. People use it when they don't understand it. But I understand it. I know how to apply all the information that I learned. I can see something and say if it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. You're not going to convince me it's anything else. A narcissist is not going to convince me of anything else because I have factual information in front of me. I have empirical data that I know tells me that's a duck. So no matter how manipulative you are, I'm not going to let you convince me that's not a duck because I'm aware. I'm on alert now. Other people aren't so, lucky. Must be a chicken in you said. Yes, sometime. T-Rex said it's probably a horse. Your ass is a horse. And you and I are on the same wavelength. Good. Drown. I'm just saying. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's very difficult for somebody to convince you of something, but they're still going to try. They are still going to try. It's a goose. Thanks, Rabbit. Everybody's a critic today. Everybody's funny. You are. You guys make me laugh. It's a witch. Burn it. Hey, now I feel attacked. Let's not go there. Shit. I know a ton of people who would love for the Spanish Inquisition to make its way through, or, Salem witch trials make their way through. It's amazing. I kind of want it too because other people fit that bill as well. And why? Because it floats. What? Because it floats like wood. What floats like wood? I mean, I float. My daughter doesn't float. She sinks right to the bottom of any fucking body of water. I don't get it. I really don't. Nuremberg 2.0. No, thank you. Can we not? Nope. Disavow. I disavow all of that. YouTube, I disavow. They're just joshing. That's all they're doing. All right. Let's not do any of the no words. No, I just have to figure out how to stand. I binge watched Monty Python last night. It's just a flesh wound. As the fucking blood just comes spurting out. It's great. It's just a flesh wound. Can someone hand me my arm? I forget what body part they lost or what they were doing, but that shit was funny as hell. And I don't want the world to see me. And I don't want the world to see me because I don't think they'd understand. I lost the beat. When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. See, I got the second half. I think you put an extra word in. That didn't feel right. That's all right, T. Just keep screwing me up. I cut off your leg. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. I know you did. Yes, I did. In Minecraft. Well, in Monty Python, too. I mean, if YouTube doesn't like Monty Python, then what are they even doing in this world? God. Anyway, so that's my take on the malignant narcissists. I'm sure if you look around, you'll find some. She missed my stand-up comedy practice. I miss a lot of things when I'm tired. I'm tired. I have not eaten. I'm just, My daughter's like, you want a bagel? And then she never brought me one. Like, thanks, Kate, for nothing. Chewing on that air was really helpful. So, they say, because not because that's why it felt weird. Okay. Did you all know George Harrison paid for the second Python Life of Brian? Did he really? He pawned his house and business to get the bank loan because he wanted to see it. Yeah, well, that's not narcissism. That's just somebody with, like a deep desire to get a movie made. And he backed it up, and I'm pretty sure he must have gotten his money back. Because those all went well. Life of Brian. Who hasn't seen The Life of Brian? I haven't seen it in years. I should see it again, along with every other Monty Python film ever made. But whatever. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. I really had a good time talking about this on this stream. It was good. You guys were amazing. Does anybody have any questions? If you do, hit me with them now. And make sure you lurkers just say hi. If I had to guess on lurkers, I would guess Wolfkinder, Lady. Who else could be lurking? I don't know. Danielle, maybe. I don't know. She said, Rabbit said, yes, what's for lunch? I am going to go clean off the stove because they insist on putting things on my stove so I can't cook. And I'm going to make myself a little skirt steak because I'm hungry. I'm going to throw it on a tortilla with some cheese and some hot sauce, and that's my lunch. And these two can go make their own shit. I'm not helping them. I have a question. What is the airspeed of an unladen swallow? First of all, I know the swallow is a bird, but the only speed I know of swallowing is like 1 to 3 seconds, and that would be me. And it's not about airspeed. It's more about, momentum. It depends. Does it have a coconut strap to it? Oh, my goodness. I can't. It's always better to be a swallow than not. Anyway, so that's what I'm having for lunch. I know it's a Monty Python joke, but I wanted to fuck with you. Sue me. I don't have an outro that I want to play for you because I'm waiting for some wonderful person to come along and make an outro for me. I really want an outro for me. Please. See, that's not being manipulative. I've already asked them before. So that's just me being like, please. If I said I would do something, or be crazy if he didn't do it, that would be manipulation. And I wouldn't do that to him. But that would make it laden sigh. Oh, Lord. Anyway, enough with the Monty Python. Maybe we'll watch some later. Tonight is Wednesday night. What do we got going tonight? Tonight is Unveiling Reality. And I think they're doing the, oh God, what is the thing called? Oh, winning's going to kill me. T-Rex, what is tonight's freaking thing for? Speaking it into the universe. Cough, cough, winning, cough, cough. No. He's sleeping. You leave him sleeping. I'll kick your butt. Now I got to look up Winning's channel so that I can figure out what the thing is on for tonight because my brain is oatmeal. Okay. Tonight, Unveiling Reality with Caitlin Comments and Shizzy Wiznut. It's David Icke and Transdimensional Reptilians. That's right. Lizard people. I love it. Or somewhat like lizard people, but reptilians. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun. Tonight, 8:00 with Caitlin, Winning Reality, Shizzy Wiznut on Winning Reality's channel. If you can, come by. If you can't, swing through, drop a like, hit the share, get it out there if you can. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I want to see who's out there streaming to see where I might send you fine folks. So we have Okay. Now they told me how to do this. They did. They told me how to do it. Oh, I got to close the poll. All right. End poll. So the poll is 94% of you said that you have encountered a narcissist. And 6% of you said you're not really sure. There's 0% for the no. That's 17 votes. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, have you had to deal with a narcissist in the past? 94% said yes. 5% basically said, well, 6% said not really sure. 0% said no. That is a very frightening, a very frightening number. Hi, Slap. Good morning to you. T-Rex said, well, upon further inspection, I guess I'm actively involved with the narcissist, unfortunately. And that's why I tell you not to do it, but I can't make up your mind for you. Rabbit, thank you for always dropping links. You drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I love you. You're wonderful. T-Rex said, well, I guess I was wrong. Repairing history together is Thursday. Yes. That is on Thursday. Saturday is, well, I'm not going to tell you what Saturday is, but Saturday is a show. And it's going to be a good one. I know it, but it's a surprise. Not really, but if you want to know what it is, go see his short for the week. Make sure you hit the like, give him the view, and you'll see who's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be amazing. And then Sunday we have the old school watch-alongs, like the old school watch party, and that'll be a lot of fun. He's picking all sorts of documentaries and stuff like that. Now, let's see. Where did I need to go to redirect? I can't remember. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. This is highlight. This is a stream marker. This is share. Shit. I don't know where the, you know what? Screw it. Oh, was I supposed to edit? Is it edit? Customization. Nope, that's not it. Details. Nope, that's not it either. Damn it. I don't know where I'm supposed to go to redirect. I don't care anymore. Just don't. I don't care. Anyway, so that is the show for today. I do not know how to redirect you because I forgot. I feel for you at T-Rex. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh my goodness. Wait, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if he put it on here. Yep, sure did. Sure did. This is what winning does when I'm not paying attention.
Nobody got time for that. Said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Don't go to Jersey. Whatever you, somebody gonna ask you to go to Jersey. Visit them in Jersey. A long lost friend, don't go to Jersey. Don't go to Jersey. You're gonna get hit by a bus. Okay? Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. Good.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's what he does. And, you know, you got to love him for it because Jesus Christ, who else would think to put me in all the. He made me black in every single one of them. I was like, hey, that works. I can't even get a tan. That was like awesome. Ed Jacob, I'm listening to R&B and reading bath chats. Oh, both chats. Girl, because I never know what you, Daisy. You do some wacky, wild shit. I said, oh, hell, I missed the show. Yeah, it started 3 hours ago. So, yeah, you missed it. Yes, I agree with Rabbit. That's what we're going to do. We're all going to cuddle up and take a nap. Daisy said, I want to go visit my neighbor, young one, and listen to this later. She's not feeling well. Well, maybe if you listen to it with her, because I did a whole thing on the malignant narcissists, and I read an article and gave examples for each one, discussed every point. So it's, you know, it should be a fun stream. Otherwise, see if you guys want to listen to Sunday's stream where we had like everybody and their mother on. That was fun. Slap Murphy, I cuddle, and I'm not going to be able to sleep to say. No, I'm the same. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I got to take advantage of the situation, man. Don't make me hunt rabbits. I love you guys. You're awesome. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Remember tonight, 8 o'clock, Winning Realities channel. It is Shizzy Wiznut, Caitlin Comments, and the Reptilian. I have been waiting for this for weeks. There's no way I'm missing this. There's just no way. So I'm going to have to sleep at some point before then. But then I'm going to be up all night. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So I don't want to go, but I want to go because I don't really have anything else to say. And I know I'm really tired. Got to make pear butter? You make pear butter? I've had apple butter. I never had pear butter. And I like pears a lot more than I like apples. Be right there with you, T3. Awesome. Awesome. The more, the merrier. Anyway, thank you guys for being here and for taking part in this and listening to me ramble and tell you about all these lovely things. And I'm going to play, for the love of God, the outro that winning made me.
I'm going to assume a missionary position, and I'll probably be holding it for a very long time.
What was that?
I'm looking forward to taking it all in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Have a great night, everybody. Have a